Okay, I'm gonna make this video for you all just to demonstrate the donning of sterile gloves and the removal of them. So first of all, I start with my packaging and I just check out my sterile glove pack. It's double wrapped. They are sized. I wear a 6.5. And it looks like this packaging is in date. That's really important. It also looks like it's in good condition. It hasn't been previously opened. The pack is double wrapped. It has a glued edge, so everything outside of that glue edge is not sterile anyway. But once I start to break into that glued edge, I'm exposing the sterile content and I'm gonna drop those gloves on my field. This is trash, I'm gonna set it aside. However the gloves drop, I'm just gonna check out the packaging and open it up. They're kind of double folded. I'm gonna be cautious not to overly touch the gloves. I'm gonna look for that free edge and look at the writing and make sure that it's oriented towards me. I'm gonna open this up a little bit further. And when I open it up, I'm reminded that these gloves are hand specific. So there's a right hand and a left hand. The gloves are positioned like a person is in an anatomical position, so the thumb's facing outwards. If for whatever reason, if you drop your sterile gloves and they're upside down or sideways, you can just slowly and cautiously make that adjustment so that they're oriented towards you with the writing that way. So there's the 1-inch imaginary border on the outside of this glove paper. And that's very helpful for opening these because this 1-inch border right here is not going to be sterile anyway. So I'm going to place a thumb on top and some fingers on the bottom, and I'm going to go ahead and open up this packaging. I'm going to take my time doing this because while I'm doing this, if the paper is to fall back on the gloves, that's actually a contamination of the sterile gloves. So I take a little bit of extra time to kind of finesse the paper and to make sure that it's laying nice and flat. Also note that I selected a location where the surface I'm gloving on is flat. So I'm gonna don my non-dominant hand first. I'm right-handed, so I'm gonna put the glove on my left hand first. I'm gonna touch the cuff of this glove and I'm gonna pick it up. And I can touch the cuff of a glove because that part of the glove is gonna be on my skin side. I'm gonna make my left hand small. Doing this, reminding myself that that thumb is going to be on the outside part, and then I'm going to take this glove and in one swoop I'm going to pull it down over my wrist as far as I can. So now notice I'm going to keep this hand in front of me in that imaginary sterile zone. I'm going to tuck my bottom 2 fingers and my thumb down. I've got 2 fingers free. They're gonna go into this cuff of the glove. And if the paper moves around, you can kind of stabilize it. It's giving me a little bit of trouble. They'll go into the cuff of this glove. You're gonna make your right hand now small, and you're gonna put that into this glove. And in one big motion, slide your hand in the glove. Now, from your wrist and above, you can touch your gloves and readjust. My fingers are kind of, I need the larger size to fit the width of my fingers, but the length is a little bit long in a 6.5. So I often will tweak my gloves just a little bit by scooching the material down further on my fingers. And then at this point, I can place my hands like this, I can place my hands like this, or I can keep my elbows to my body and keep my hands in like this broken doll pose. At this point, now I can slide down to my sterile kit and I can touch the inside sterile contents of that kit and continue with whatever procedure I'm doing. I'm gonna avoid messing with this paper because the glove paper, like I mentioned before, if it touches your gloves and folds back upon them, it's a contamination of your sterility. As far as taking them off goes, I'm gonna reach in the palm of my left hand. Imagine that there could be like blood and other bodily contents on these gloves, so you wanna be careful to move slowly and not flick that content around. I'm gonna take this off and slide this glove off while I'm balling it up into my dominant hand in the palm. Then I'm gonna place 2 fingers underneath the cuff edge of this glove and turn this glove inside out. Then I have a nice little packet of glove. I'm gonna open a trash can with my feet, drop these gloves into the trash can, and then I can wash my hands and continue on. I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you found it helpful for your preparations.